Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash, the bonus to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and it's sincere shalom to the doctrine that's out there pushing in sincerity and truth and the sound doctrine. This is going to be an extremely quick video, nothing really crazy. Um, I saw this video put up, um, and when I this is the thumbnail of the video. I'm just kind of doing this video as a little reminder as to Proverbs 3 and 31 is what I'm getting ready to read. You know, don't be envious. You can't be envious of your oppressor. Okay. Now, what I mean by this is you can look now. I get what the thumbnail is saying, and it's like the curse is reversing. I get that, and I don't really consider myself an over righteous person, but this is just a little bit of a reminder as to what happened every time. Like for example, if you read the stories of the Bible, every time Israel, because Israel wanted a king, right? Because everybody else had kings, but the reason they didn't have a king is because they had the Most High King who gave these kings, who made these kings, right? And their king was and still is the Most High. So they envy the other nations, right? They envy the other nations that had none of, what I'm saying, their enemies pretty much, right? And what happened? The Lord got jealous about that. He said, "Okay, I'll give you a king." And then what happened with every time, man? Every king went off. I don't care how you look at it, man. Every king went off one way or the other, man. Right? Because that's the Lord always told us, look. And then what happened when the kings went off? The Lord had sent judgment. Also, when you look at the stories of the Bible, you had certain situations where Israel would take down a certain area, and they were ordered not to take hold of their clothing or their gold or stuff like that. They were ordered not to touch any of that. Their garments and stuff like that. They was ordered not to touch none of that because they ain't got nothing to do with us, right? So we cannot let that trading places type deal get the best of us, right? Because you still got them same jakes that when we took down certain areas, and they were ordered not to take their garments and stuff like that. And what happened? They did it anyway. Well, that's what happened. You still got them same jakes like that. So again, this is why I'm just doing this as a little reminder as to we are not envious of our oppressor. Be careful with this. First off, we didn't, when you look at this, right, this thumbnail, and be honest, man, we didn't wear that. Okay? We didn't wear that. That was something they made up. Right? We wore pure gold. We wore royalty. What they wearing right now is not royalty, man. It's cheap. Right? It's cheap. And even in this picture, Jake just looked bland with that, man. Right? So we gotta really be careful when we talk about this. We are not envying our oppressor. We don't want what they got. Okay? We don't want anything that they have. We don't want their 40 acres, mules or whatever, man. We don't want nothing they got, man. We don't want this place. We could complain about how much they stole this place because it is stolen land, but it's stolen land that's going to be destroyed. You can say it stole it from the natives. Well, this is a stolen land that got stolen from the natives that's going to be destroyed. So we really got to be, again, I'm going to say this again, man. We really have to be careful of not letting the hatred of Esau get over us, man. Because this is how views start coming in, man. Because this is what everybody likes, stuff like this. This is what Jake liked. But then when it comes to edification amongst ourselves, and that's what I'm going into this for. When it comes to edification amongst ourselves, that you know what I'm saying? That's the type thing that everybody hates. You can get on Esau. We already know what's going to happen to them, man. Okay? We already know that the shifting, the changing. We know that. Everybody knows that. People in the world know that. Now we have to focus on edification and make sure that we don't get taken by the BS, man, that Esau is going to really start pushing. You got to remember, man, they're wiser than the children of light. Who's the children of light? Israelites. We are. We are in captivity. They are wise in this world, man. So they're going to start pulling some sneaky, crafty shit, man. And that is what we are out to do, is to warn and edify, man. Okay? So like I said, I get the point of this video. And like I said, I don't really consider myself an over-righteous person or whatever. I guess who would, right? But like I said, this is just bringing a little bit of balance to it, man. Because we're not, that goal right there, we always say that we taking it back. That's not theirs from the start. Right? That's still not theirs. That's our stuff, right? That merchandise and all the gold and stuff like that. That's not theirs. That's ours. Right? This stuff that they built up, this is why everything that they built up is going to be thrown down. Right? But everything we have is still going to be remaining, because it's ours anyway. This is why they're not really using that gold or nothing like that, right? They wearing what the hell they wearing. They're not even really using it. They just got it stored up. Right? They using fake thin air money and shit, man, with zeros and decimal points and stuff like that. Right? So anyway, like I said, I just had to get that out the way, so just so you know what I'm going into, right? So Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy not, it says, envy thou not the oppressor, okay, and choose none of his ways, okay? So if you believe that we're going to be, if we see, we had a Jake, in this camp. We had a guy in this camp specifically who broke off, right, and did his own, and started doing their own thing, and he was spotted again, after a while, he called himself trying to make mockery of those 48ers or whatever, the small hat, and he was wearing the little tassel things with the hat on, the shit coming down his head and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Right? You supposed to see, we see, the thing is, the thing that we have to understand, it don't matter how much revenge you want, man. First off, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We all are going through, the bullshit that Esau pushes out. But that straight racism, a lot of us have never really experienced it, one-on-one. And that's what the elders, the elder, what I'm saying, was going into, Saturday, right? A lot of us, my age, what I'm saying, there's a whole lot of brothers my age, right? Or at least right around my age, that ain't never been through. I went through a little bit, but not, it ain't nothing crazy, man, right? So that's first of all. So you got to really keep that type spirit under control, okay? And this guy that I'm talking about, he was pretty much like the guy you see on the left, right? Wearing this shit, the tassel and the things coming down it. We never wore that. That's some bland shit that they put out, right? And with this guy that I'm talking about, what he did was he was envying the oppressor. He was trying to mock them, envying the oppressor, saying that we the real Israelite. Well, if you want to prove yourself the real Israelites, man, you have to do better than that, right? Because again, we didn't wear that. We didn't wear that. Again, no matter how much mockery you try to push out there, you are still responsible, because you are still under the law. I don't care what wickedness come down the line, man. We are still responsible because we are still under the law. We are responsible. The Edomites, man, fuck them, man. Straight up, man. The hell with them. Everybody on YouTube always, yeah, man, Esau this and Esau that. Man, I don't want to hear about Esau no more, man. Yeah, we will go into it because that's, we still in captivity under them devils. And they gotta go into captivity. But we need more edification. Cursing out Esau is not edification at all. You know, to be honest. Right? Cursing out Esau. Now, that's for novices and shit like that, man. But once you get, but even for novices, you gotta say, look, nah, man, it's a little deeper than just the hatred of Esau. You gotta know who you are, and then you gotta know how to conduct yourself out here in everyday life, because you can't carry on that attitude all the time, man. Right? In today's society, you better keep that shit under control, man. Okay? So don't envy your oppressor. We gotta really drill that, man. Yeah, man, we gonna take back what's ours. Yeah, well, one of those things ain't gonna be this land, man. This land gonna be destroyed. Either America gonna be destroyed. That's just what it is. Okay? And again, we didn't wear no nothing like that. You gotta really be careful, man. Seriously. Um, because the thing is, and I'm gonna get this in a second. I'm gonna get Luke 6:22, right? Because there's a reason why the Lord has said, blessed are you when he separate you. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back. We're gonna get Proverbs. I had it up before. Right. We're gonna go. Go to go. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of Proverbs 24. Verse 19 is really where I wanted to go at, but verse 1 and a couple of verses down is pretty good. Okay, Proverbs chapter 24, verse 1. It says, "Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them." This is why we don't care about being with them. See, that's part of what our people are doing in the world. You know what I'm saying? When they do these big marches and stuff like that, and when they get mad that a cop blows them away, because you're envying, you know what I'm saying? You're envying evil men, right? And Esau is the definition of evil right now, man. And when you're envying them, you're desiring to be with them, right? You want equality. You will never be equal to Esau Edom, man. Okay? As far as power, they are over us. As far as everything else, is spirit and everything else, we're over them. All in all, we over them. It's just that the Lord gave them power. We will never be equal to any other nation. This is why all other nations follow their own God, their own so-called culture. Black people are the only ones that want the so-called equality and wonder why they're not getting it, because we're not meant to be equal. Okay? We are not equal to these other nations, and neither should you want to be. Okay? We don't desire to be with them. This is why we don't go out there and protest and stuff like that. We waiting on this bitch to go down. We don't want nothing to do with Esau, man, or any other nation. We don't want shit that they got to offer right now, man. It's bad enough that we're forced to, take their money and pay their bills. Yes, not our bills, their bills. You know what I'm saying? Because those are bills that were given to us, right? We got to go to them for food. You know what I'm saying? We got to take their credit card. It's bad enough we're forced to do it. But you think we're willingly, going to march for equality from our oppressors that don't like us? They telling you that they don't give a goddamn about you in these damn commercials, man. Making the men soft and homosexual and shit, man. Right? The black woman with the white man and stuff like that. Right? They just throwing it in your face that they really don't like you, man. There is no young man or no man in general. Let's say, because it's always, when you look at these movies, it's always the father and daughter. Or the mother, you know what I'm saying? It's always the father and daughter. But if he have a son, oh boy, if he have a son, he gonna be rebellious as shit. He ain't gonna want to listen. That's how they make us now, man. You see them plaster us, I'm talking about the men, all over the news, making us look bad and shit, man. This is what they report. But the stuff that you see out here in everyday life seems like it's not completely different, but it seems like it's different. And you'll soon realize that it's not just the men. But that's how they plaster it, because the more and more that we push this type of knowledge out there, the more they trying to attack us. It ain't gonna work against the elect either way, man. So you Esau, you do what you gotta do, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want nothing to do with y'all. This is why we don't desire to be with y'all. Right? We talk about separation, man. Separation brings order. If you think about it, man, depending on the situation. Okay. It says, "For their heart studieth destruction, and their lips talk of mischief." Tell me that's not Esau, man. Now you can also say that this is talking about 2/3 as well, but for the sake of this topic, I'm going into Esau, man. For the sake of this video here, right? Don't be envious of them, man. Don't be jealous of them, right? They got the power. So sure, you know what I'm saying? But the Lord gave that to them. Why? Because we messed up. Now it's our turn, right? I guess you could say it's our turn to get our shit together, right? Now my main point that I want out of here is 19. Okay, fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't go around thinking that they used to wear stuff that we used to wear stuff like that, and they took that away from us and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That holy land is the unholy land right now. You know what I'm saying? Over there, you know what I'm saying, in that land, that's going to have to be rebuilt back up, man. Right? All that stuff that they got over there, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's going to have to be completely redone, man. You know what I'm saying? When we get back in power, that stuff is going to be completely redone. We not gonna feed off of what they had. No, we're gonna throw all that garbage out, man. We're gonna throw all that garbage out. We're gonna burn our idols, and we're gonna get rid of everything, man. And we're gonna renew it. Okay? Pretty much. Right? This is why Luke chapter 6, verse 22, and this is the last one I'm gonna hurry to close up. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall and Salaki, when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company and reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake, for the Son of Man's sake. It talks about being holy. Holy means separate, set apart, unique. Okay, so anyway, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Shalom.